Yeah, baby.
My man.
Oh, excuse me. Look out.
My God.
Why not?
That was unexpected.
If I would have had Gavin as a coach, I might be even better than I am now.
Let's just relax a little bit. How did you even turn that into you? And if Mike's going through your content late at night, you know it's got to be entertaining. Mike's got a single life where he can do whatever the hell he wants. And if he's sitting on his couch watching you,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stick and Hack Show, a sophisticated and brilliant look into the world of golf from a stick and a hack. Now, your hosts, Mike Ryan and Adam Grubb.
all right, everybody, welcome in. This is the Stick and Hack Show. I'm your host, Adam Grubb, and that's Mike Ryan right there. I'm the hack. That's the stick. And there is, once again, Mike, another stick in our midst coming on the show here in just a minute. Quite possibly the greatest golf show in the free world, presented by the greatest golf club in the world without the course. That's Stick and Hack. Guest today, Mike, Gavin Parker. He is the CEO of Junior Golf, and his mantra is teach people, not golf. And he's a bona fide TikTok star, Mike. This is exciting in all levels.
I'm super excited. I think everybody's gonna love this guy's energy. His content is just second to none. So I'm really excited to have him on the show today.
Now, speaking of energy, this guy makes me look like you. I mean, he is, you know what I mean? he is at an all-time high with his energy and his excitement. And so now I know what it must be like to be you. Gavin Parker, CEO of Junior Golf, which is an exciting title, and we'll get to that. Again, his mantra is teach people, not golf, and he is on the show here in just a bit. First up, though, Mike, let's talk about the Phenom. Okay, this is a story by Drew Weisholtz. Who will be golf's next great superstar? It may be this young man, Xavier Perez. He's 10 years old, and he's a phenom whose future in the game may be even brighter than his present is already. Xavier started playing the game at 18 months old, winning his first tournament at 3. I'll repeat that because it bears repeating. Winning his first tournament at the age of 3. He has racked up more than 300 wins and is the top-ranked golfer among 12 to 14-year-olds in his home state of Georgia, even though he's not in that age bracket. Xavier's already overcome his share of obstacles as well. He was born premature at 20 weeks, and he weighed barely 3 pounds. Doctors didn't think he would live. They told us to be prepared to have a baby with special needs based on tests and stuff that they did. But yeah, he was special in other ways. His father, Miguel, told Today Blaine Alexander. Xavier, of course, draws comparison to the great Tiger Woods, who he's quick to name as his favorite golfer. There's no one else. Tiger Woods, he said. I mean, I've got Tiger Woods outfit on. Everything's Tiger. My shoes are even Tiger. Xavier also has a real drive to succeed and ambition that may take him to the top of the golfing world. He's never satisfied with anything, said his coach, former pro golfer Chip Deason. He's always wanting to get better, and as long as he has that drive, the sky's the limit. Now, he may be only 10, but Xavier continues to wow his parents. Every day he amazes us, they said. He's always surprising us on the tournament or on the practice, but just being who he is, his mom, Christine, said. Xavier is dedicated to his craft, practicing nearly every day, with the exception of Christmas or his birthday. He longs to play at the prestigious Augusta National Golf Club, home of the Masters, when he is 16 years old. It would be a dream come true, he told Carson Daly Friday on Today. I'm just praying every day that my dream will come true. Xavier Perez, 10 years old and taking the golf world by storm. He is, in fact, a youth and a young golf phenom. And today's guest, Mike, has insight into the youth golf world like nobody else. As CEO of Junior Golf, Gavin Parker is a Class A member of the PGA and Future Golf Digest Best Coaches in the state of Virginia. He was selected for the 2020 Virginia State Golf Association Grow the Game Award. Gavin is a member of a very exclusive group of golf coaches. He's one of 25 flat stick certified coaches in the United States. Somebody will have to explain to me what the hell that means in a second. Gavin is a aim point certified instructor. He's a certified wedge matrix instructor. These all sound made up to me, but I'm sure they're true. And lastly, he is a Dana Dahlquist certified instructor. And now he's a guest on the Stick and Hack It Show. Members and listeners, I'm incredibly excited to welcome in Gavin Parker. Gavin, welcome into the Stick and Hack Show.
Hey, guys, man, what an intro. Wow-wee. I'm telling you, all those certifications are true if you can believe it.
Well, you will have to explain a few of them for me at some point here, but you do have quite a resume, quite a pedigree, and we'll get into a little bit about your teachings and what you're like. But I do want to kick the interview off with a video. You sent me a video today, so you text me, and I hopefully I'm not telling tales out of school. You text me, you said, I'm fired up for tonight. And I said, awesome. What about so I can join you, right? Kind of a jerkish response if you ask me. Sorry about that. But it came out of nowhere. Like, I'm fired up. And then he sent me a video and he said, I can't wait to be on the show tonight. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. Also, I just had crumble cookie for the first time. So my question is, where do you want to start? Do you want to start there with the crumble cookie?
Bro, we have to, Adam. I'm telling you, man. Mike, I just had a chocolate chip crumble cookie today, and all of my friends for like the last 2 months have been telling me about it, and it did not disappoint. It was bussin', bro. It was so good, man. It was like one of those cookies where you bite into it and it's so good you want to slap the next person beside you just to be like, come on, man.
I gotta get a crumble cookie now.
Oh man, it was a game changer.
They're fantastic. All right, so we'll ask about the beginning and the moniker of the CEO of Junior Golf. So what does that mean?
It means Chief Energy Officer. So in early 2020, during COVID, during the quarantine, I would get on TikTok, and all these TikTok video captions were, I'm the CEO of dancing. I'm the CEO of cooking. And I was like, okay, can I kind of make my own play on words with that? So I came up with, I'm the CEO of Junior Golf. And it just kind of became a tag name that kind of just stuck. And I've started, using that hashtag and building a brand and a curriculum and a website and a strategy around being the CEO of Junior Golf, which specifically just stands for Chief Energy Officer.
Gavin, and I kind of know this. I started so young when I was about 6 years old. But what's the advantage of starting golf at a young age, and how should parents deal with getting their kids over being frustrated at such a frustrating game as Adam knows?
First advantage is like childhood. Play is so powerful for any young person. Through play, the outcome's usually learning. So in terms of that frustration piece, some forms of play, frustration's important to be able to stick with it and to develop some sense of grit, some sense of passion, some sense of perseverance. And if you're actually frustrated about something, you might care more about it. So I would suggest to any young family or a parent of a young golfer to surround their kid with just a lot more playful, inviting kind of outcomes that aren't solely predicated on a score or how far your kid can hit it or how many putts they can make, but on how long can their balls be in the air? Can we create this great experience? And that's what I would suggest to any parent of a young golfer.
You have the enviable task of watching a kid get addicted and hooked immediately, or throughout their young childhood with golf, literally right in front of your eyes. When do you know that golf has sunk into their bloodstream?
Well, Adam and Mike, I'll tell you, in this climate, I guess where we are culturally, most kids don't think golf is cool. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get like 100 kids, maybe like 2 or 3 of them are like, yeah. So when I actually get those kids who love the game, you can tell right away their attitude, their swagger, their demeanor, what they talk about, how they carry themselves when they get on the golf course starts to change. And it's everything for me. I think the most important job in the world is being a coach. And it's so cool when I can kind of share my passion with another young person. And if they, become a great golfer, that's terrific. But even before that, you said that my mantra is I like to teach people, not golf. So that's always in the forefront of my mind. Is like, I just have this person right here for me in this moment. So how can I create such a unique experience and a emotional connection to an outcome that's not always predicated on results? So I try to really create true play and true games, and I'm celebrating the now, and I try to focus on the means of play, not just the ends of it or what you can gain from being better at golf.
Well, that's the thing. When you have the kids that are there, and it's a one-on-one instruction, but there's people around. So it's this active environment, but it's very still in a solitary sport, right?
Bingo.
So your job is to get these kids to enjoy not just the game, but people that are around them, and the act of and the enjoyment of being at the course and being on the green and being at the range and that entire, and we talk about addiction of the game, but even so, there are certain things about addiction that, the repetition or it just becomes a thing that you do, whatever it is you're addicted to, right? It just becomes a thing that you do. And with golf, it's the same thing. Can you truly see kids come out there and it just that switch? So Mike, you were 6 or 7, going out to the course and with his dad and all that. I started a little bit later, but there is a moment where you can see either the kids are in it and it's going to be their life and they're going to be their whole thing, or they're, oh, this is fun, but I need some more action. I need more activity.
Yeah.
Where do you see that, and how do you bring people in?
Wow. Whoa. So I would say,
it's hard hitting questions here, Gavin. It's Stick and Hack Show.
yeah,
Okay, this isn't.
I think it is, man. So the first thing I would just say is that
rinky-dink podcast.
I am literally at war. I am at war for getting kids' attention in the year 2021. Everything that most kids that I'm seeing from ages 4 to 12, they're used to some type of screen, some type of immediate dopamine, serotonin drip, something that's boom, instantaneous. So now I'm trying to get kids off screens, get them outside with a stick in their hand and a ball. But unless I can create a reason for these kids to actually care where these balls need to go in the first place, no learning can take place. So for the last 3 years, gentlemen, I've been diving into play research and play scholarship and learning the different rhetorics of play to be able to employ them to these kids right now. So where I think most people in junior golf only celebrate performance or some result or some ball flight, and they only use play to grind or progress, where I like to use play to create a community centered around wonderment first and foremost. Hey, I'm on this beautiful green grass at Salisbury Country Club where I can create this environment in this space by creating stories and true games. And when I say games, Mike and Adam, I mean games that have a series of meaningful choices to an outcome, where there's different alternative win conditions instead of the basic junior golf putt to this string or putt to this line or hit the ball the farthest. If you have a daughter or a son who's never played golf a day in their life, how can they win those games? They can't. So they're already going to get turned off. So I like to start off with, what is the true definition of fun? And fun, guys, is the anticipation of a reward. And every single human being experiences fun differently. Most kids have kind of 2 basic core motivators, and that is to avoid pain. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to look silly. They don't want to hit a golf ball and miss in front of their friends. And they want to seek pleasure. Well, those 2 things are almost at odds with junior golf. Junior golf, you're by yourself. It's kind of tough. So I try to actually create outcomes and scenarios where we leverage environments to increase their win conditions, to make it interesting enough and compelling enough to get them to want to do it in the first place. And just because they're moving this stick, then they get more proficient at it. Then they say, hey, Gavin, you're kind of good at coaching golf too. Can you help me figure out how to make this ball go airborne? That's where I start with my kids. Is I don't go, hey guys, this is how you hold the club. This is how you stand. I'm saying things like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a generous mood today. I went to Crumble Cookie, and today's winner of our end of day mission is going to get a $50 gift card to Crumble Cookie. Well, how do you get that? You know what I'm saying? But and then I try to create an outcome that's, hey, all you have to do is hit a 100-foot putt. But if you make 10-foot putts, you can move 20 feet closer. If you can hit your driver over 100 yards, you can move another 20 feet closer. So now that gives kids their own series of choices. So now they're playing, and I'm sure you guys both know that play is voluntary. You shouldn't be coerced into playing. So in order to truly be playing something, you need 3 to 4 choices.
Mike, when I was a kid, I don't know what it was like for you, but my golf instructor and coach made us hit wiffle balls into a little bucket, and if we missed them, then he just told us we should try baseball and leave the course. Yeah, that was my high school coach.
Yeah, that was similar. I think if I would have had Gavin as a coach, I might be even better than I am now.
Oh,
let's just relax. Let's
I
just
can
relax
only
a little
imagine
bit.
like where
How
I would
did
have
you
ended
turn
up
that
if I would
into
have had
you?
Gavin.
How did you even turn that into you?
Oh, I
All
love
right,
it.
go ahead and ask your question.
I'm so kidding. No, I mean, Gavin, I talked about it earlier, how much I love your content. And one of the things I notice about it is that it comes across as very simple. A lot of what you do, and how is it that you take that and make golf easy for kids? And you kind of talked about it in your previous answer, but kind of expound on how do you make golf easy for kids, because it is very complicated. And when you're young, you have to keep it simple, so that they're able to pick up the fundamentals.
So that was an amazing question. But what I like to do is to first create an environment where they can succeed. So I use a lot of, for me, the goalpost that I'm trying to quantify or measure as performance or results isn't, can they grip it well? Can they hit the ball close enough? My goalposts are how are their collaboration skills? How's their team building? How's their emotional intelligence? So then when it comes to my simple pieces, I'm just giving them outcomes where the win states is so high, you cannot fumble. Imagine going to a bowling alley with all the bumpers up, like in the guardrails. Yeah. So I set up conditions like that on my driving range or my putting green or my chipping green, where all the kid has to do is hit a ball, and if they at least move it forward in any vicinity close to the course, I put PVC pipes by the hole, and if they chip it in, I call them chip bombs. So literally, if you just are coordinated enough, and then at first I entice them and I explain to them why on the first place they need to take this stick and they need to get a chip bomb, is because fun, guys, once again, is the anticipation of a reward. So unless there's a reason why kids are doing it in the beginning, it needs to be some type of extrinsic motivation. But over time, once they start playing for the sake of playing, then they truly enjoy it. So then that becomes simple. Now the barrier to entry is not as difficult. So I just try to create environments that are truly engaging and that's culturally relevant to kids right now in the 21st century. And it's actually cool. It's not like, some hit the ball and giggle stuff. Like, I'm trying to create something I use true game design and a little bit of, behavioral psychology. And then also I have an ability to kind of make things exciting too. So I changed my voice. I'm more of a showman. It is little something for Mike today, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting ready to hit this shot instead of, Adam, it's your turn to chip it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I create the entire experience. I just flip it over and I reverse engineer what play, what fun, and what games are for, where I think the rest of the industry is reverse engineering what an expert golfer does. So they're already at odds with what kids want right now.
Adam, it's your turn to lay the sod over the ball and hit and chip it about 6 inches.
Yeah.
Gavin, I think some of these lessons too, though, are not just for kids. It's really how adults should think. It's how most golfers that aren't at an elite level or aren't trying to be at elite level, and they're just out trying to enjoy the game. Not that they need chip bombs, although that might be something we bring into the Saturday challenge, Mike. They do need some sort of reward. They need something that gives them that excitement, but they also just need to just relax and just enjoy the game, because that's exactly what it is. And, I look at youth sports, for instance. Okay. So youth sports today, is youth sports in your industry in golf and the same as it is in other sports? And maybe you don't know this answer, but as it is in other sports, you've got intensity, you've got weird meddling parents, you've got first-time coaches that are just there because little Jimmy wants his dad to coach, and so now Jimmy's on the team, right? You have this very odd political space in youth sports, and it's also expensive. You crumble all that together. You crumble cookie all that together, and we are not sponsored by Crumble Cookies.
No, we're not. Yeah,
we damn well should be.
We should be.
Damn well should be. Is it the same in golf, or is it on its own path to a youth sport organization?
Ooh, I think it's the same as most high-end competitive youth sports. If you play travel soccer, travel baseball, I think travel golf might be even worse. You hit it right on the head. For some reason, everything in junior golf is solely predicated on some type of result, some type of performance. And that belief and that culture, that hashtag grind, be better than the next kid, that's not healthy, because now you're starting to see kids get turned off. You're starting to get kids who are going to start cheating. You're starting getting kids who are too stressed. So for some reason, I think most youth sports lose sight of that the reason you're putting your kid in some extracurricular activity in the first place is to hopefully empower that individual to use play for more than just performance, but to use play to create a community centered around inclusion or accessibility or triumph or wonderment, or harmony, joy. Like, that's what play can be used for. And then we also can use play to learn about yourself, where I think most youth sports only use play to be the best or to win, to host some trophy, to get to some end. Meaning, most youth sports only look at golf or anything through what you can get from playing. You can go to college, or you can go pro, or you can be a part of a team, or you can be deemed in your social circle more elite or better than someone else because you have specialized and trained in all this. So I think they always lose sight that the reason I play is because it's voluntary. I choose to take junior golf and create this environment where I'm empowering as many kids as possible. Where I think if I taught soccer, I could probably do the same thing with soccer. If I taught tennis, I could probably do the same thing with tennis. But for some reason, golf has this barrier, this connotation that, it's a little bit different. You can play this for the rest of your life. You are outside. You are hitting this ball. And it is quite fulfilling. And so that's why I love golf. But I think, unfortunately, most junior golf is very similar to every other youth sport, where they're only looking at it through what you can get because of play, but not what you can get from play and the means of doing it. So that's kind of where I stand, I think.
It's awesome.
Gavin, what lessons or tips, maybe one of them is sportsmanship after the last question, but what lessons or tips can you teach kids that you teach kids? Could you just as easily relate to adults that are playing the game? I think there's a lot of the things that you do that I think adults could get a lot out of as well.
Wow. I think the first and foremost is like how to form a true habit, how to first notice it, how to create an environment where you're enjoying this moment, where you are immersed in something that's bigger than yourself. You're a part of this space, this moment. Some people call it flow, some people call it magic, some people call it the zone. But to be a tip to that is to truly put yourself in a deeper level of this play. Start a huge tip for adults would be to start hit a golf shot and count how long the ball's in the air until it hits the ground. Or watch your ball stop moving. I think when it comes to most adults learning the game of golf, I prefer to teach them what to do instead of the traditional how-to instruction. So I like to explain a concept and then allow their own inner self and their own inner genius to kind of take over to create a truly fulfilling and rewarding connection where we're in this experience, in this moment together. So that's what I would kind of suggest is to...
Love it.
Yeah.
I think, what's exciting is I thinking 10 years down the road and some of these kids that came out of the Gavin Parker club, what they feel about the game, what they feel about their friends, what they feel about their work. And I think adults could learn so much. And we, I've got kids, you can learn so much from your kids, right? And how they react to things and how they handle things and how they are. I'm sure even you teaching them and seeing these kids and seeing the parents there standing next to the course and watching their kids play, you learn a lot from the kids and how they handle themselves on the course, probably just as much as they do from you. But thinking about kids 10 years from now and saying, "Hey, Coach Gavin, guess what? I'm still playing golf and it's my favorite sport of all time." Or the kid that says, "Hey, I'm not playing golf, but now I'm a CEO as well. You and I are both CEOs. That's got to make you feel special, and got to make you feel good."
Well, yeah, you guys hit the head right on the nail. I think I have a calling to, and I kind of sent that message earlier. Is like I just want to use play to teach kids how to thrive. I want to empower as many kids as possible with a stick in their hand and a ball. Some people call it golf. Some people might call it hack jobs, but that's kind of what I'm about. I'm about taking a stick and hitting it somewhere, and as long as you can map your own meaning to that, that's everything for me.
He's Gavin Parker. Thank you so much, sir, CEO of Junior Golf. Gavin is an instructor on coursework from Stick and Hack. You just had your first one a little while ago. You've got a series running here with us. We are very excited to have you on board because you do teach kids, but you teach adults as well. And you do have a very different, unique teaching style. And we're happy to have you on coursework, coursework.stickandhack.com to see Gavin's courses. They're free for you this year. So make sure you go sign up for them. We're going to come back in a second. Gavin, you got some more time for us? We got our game coming up, Stick or Hack.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Gavin, we'll be right back after this break and some message from the Stick and Hack Challenge back in a second on the Stick and Hack program.
Join Stick and Hack next May for the 2022 Stick and Hack Challenge, a weekend of world-class golf, challenges, food, and major prizes. On May 14th and 15th, join us at French Lick Resort Casino for a weekend you will be talking about all year. Enjoy golf at both the Pete Dye and Donald Ross courses, meet new friends, and participate in unique challenges designed for the stick or the hack. Bring your spouse, hit the bar, spa, or casino, and we'll see you in May of 2022.
All right, Mike, we're back here with Gavin Parker. First of all, the Stick and Hack Challenge, Mike, that's exciting, right? May 13th
Absolutely.
and 15th. It's going to be a weekend of golf, playing some great courses there. We hope to see everybody there. You can sign up today at stickandhack.com. So, favorite part of the show for many, it's the game time. It's stick or hack. Okay, so how this works is you're going to let us know if it's stick or hack, and you'll be first. Mike will be second. I'll be third. The topic is social media.
Ooh.
So you have a pretty big TikTok following. You have a pretty big social media following. You are a young coach, a young teacher. You're a young dude. So social media is like your life. Like you probably haven't grown up without social media. Kind of like some of these kids without a golf club. So stick or hack social media. Here we go. All right. First one, MySpace. You even know what that is?
Stick. It was the beginning, man. I'm gonna say it's
Not a baby. There we go, Mike.
Man, I thought I was gonna say stick at first, but I think I'm going hack just because of I remember how many times I went to. I just remember how many times I'd go to somebody's MySpace page, and the music would just start playing automatically, and how annoyed that made me.
I'm going to say hack because it is not. Well, it's stupid. How's that? It was stupid. Didn't make any sense. All right, classmates. Now you want to talk about first. So classmates, Gavin. I guarantee you didn't know about this one.
Okay.
Classmates was literally the first Facebook. It was this social media back in the late '90s. That their entire tool was to connect classmates of a specific school. What does that sound like? And they were first. So stick or hack, classmates.
I guess stick if it was the first one.
Mike.
I'll go hack. I gotta go hack.
Right. You gotta,
I didn't even know. I don't know if I ever even. I don't think I ever even used it.
No, nobody did.
Okay.
That's why it is no longer around.
All right.
Tumblr.
Ooh. I'm gonna go hack, man. I'm not a big Tumblr fan.
I'm hack. I'm hack on Tumblr.
I am also going to be hack on Tumblr. So far, I think we are what? We're no sticks.
Pretty hacky so far.
Yeah, very hacky.
Yeah. Snapchat.
Oh, stick, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stick with Snapchat. I'm gonna also say and show I guess maybe my age is that I have a Snapchat account and I never use it, but I do follow people on there. So
Mike can't open it.
I need to use it more. I just never do.
You should use Snapchat more.
I know.
I say hack only because it's infiltrated my house. I mean, I got three girls. I got a teenager. I mean, my God, that's all it is. And so hack. All right. Now Facebook, which has recently been renamed Meta.
What?
For those of you, this was several weeks ago.
What?
Several weeks ago, they renamed Facebook Meta for the universe, or who cares? Doesn't matter. Okay, he was up in the mountains and smoking some weird crap, I guess, and he decided that he wanted to change the name of the $55 trillion company overnight. So Meta, which was Facebook, is that stick or hack?
Hack.
And thank you. On whatever the
name
name of it is.
I feel like you're
hack.
confusing this with Ron Artest.
No, I'm not confusing it from Ron Artest.
Meta, baby.
I feel like there's no way. I'll go hack. I'm over Facebook at this point.
Yeah. Excuse me. Meta.
Excuse me. Meta.
Thank you.
I still.
I say hack as well. Twitter.
Oh, stick. It's so underrated. So underrated.
Yeah, stick for me on Twitter. Yeah, for sure.
Stick as well. I didn't know much about it. I never was on it. Over the last several years, I've been on it, and I love it. Stick indeed, and I agree, Gavin. It is underrated. LinkedIn, stick or hack, social media. LinkedIn.
I'm gonna go hack personally. I just have it because people say you gotta have it, but I don't do much on it.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, hack for me too.
Yeah, I'd say hack only because you almost change your personality. Like you're somebody on Snapchat, and then you're on LinkedIn. You're like, oh, excuse me, hold on a second. Let me straighten my tie and let me get out my cookies and my tea. Okay, just calm down, LinkedIn boy. Vine.
Oh, excuse me.
Look out!
My God,
Why not?
That was unexpected. Stick and Hack Show. Gavin Parker is on the program. Stick or hack social media. And the question is Vine.
Stick. Vine was the OG, baby. I love Vines. 6 seconds to get your point across. Come on.
Yeah, I'll go stick with Vine because I actually liked Vine, and then
I gotta stick with Vine too. I thought you had to be very creative on that. Yeah. You had to be very creative to tell a story on Vine. Now I don't think I ever created a single solitary Vine because there's nothing I could get across in 6 seconds. Mike, you could probably attest to that. Now, Mike, Vine is a perfect platform for Mike. It is the opposite of what I need.
Hey,
oh my God.
I'm short to the point.
I know you are. YouTube.
Stick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stick for sure.
Stick. All right, last one. Stick or hack social media. TikTok.
Super stick.
Yeah, shock of the year. You said that. You got 50,000 followers. Mike.
I definitely stick. It is. Yeah. I think TikTok is probably the most addictive social media ever.
Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. And what they've done there, and the algorithms might be broken. It might be easy to get a bunch of views or whatever. You still got to post a lot. You got to do things, but there's some funny stuff on there. And to your point, Mike, it's quick, it is fast, and your scroll, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, it's I've missed lunch and dinner. Yeah, I'm still on TikTok. What the hell happened? Yes. Speaking of TikTok, find Gavin at Gavin Flow. His website is ceoofjuniorgolf.com. At Gavin Flow that's FLO for any of the social media platforms that are out there that we just mentioned, except for Classmates. I don't think Gavin's still on that bad boy. But go find Gavin, understand his teaching, and maybe learn a thing or two on your own. Gavin Parker, everybody. Thank you so much, Gavin, for the time today and being on the program. We appreciate it very much. Mike Ryan, Adam Grubb here. We are the Stick and Hack Show, quite possibly the greatest show in the world, from the greatest golf club in the world without the course for Stick and Hack. Go to stickandhack.com today and become a member. We'll see you next time, everybody. Later.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Okay, we're done. This has been the Stick and Hack Show. Go to stickandhack.com to become a free member of the world's greatest golf club without the course.